Hello, everyone. This is Cindy with Energized Living Today, and I'm so grateful that you are here. And it is Father's Day. And we were just talking before the call that, all of us in some lifetime were fathers. And if we believe in time, that there is no linear time, that everything is now, then, we're all fathers now. We're all mothers now. We're all children. We're all, zebras. Perhaps if we were in a last life. So I just want to wish everybody happy Father's Day. And it's a bittersweet day for me because this is the first Father's Day without my dad, and I'm wearing his necklace that he wore at that party again. I've got to find that picture somewhere where he wore this. And it was our 70s party, 60s and 70s party that we had at the nursing home. And he wore this. And so I'm wearing it in memory of my dad and how much fun he was. He was always a person that loved to have fun no matter what. And to his dying day, he said, "I've had the best life. I really did." And those were his exact words. "I've had the best life. I really did. I have nothing to complain about." And this from a man who was, paralyzed on one side, amputated leg on the other, one arm that he could use, his left arm, and he was a right-handed man all of his life. And so all of these things, and when we forget how blessed we are, I just think, and that happens to me, and I look back on my dad and think of the beautiful wisdom that he imparted to not only me, but all of the people that he touched. And he touched so many lives. And I still hear from people at the nursing home that miss him because he was definitely a bright star in a lot of really heavy energy at the nursing home. And I miss him a lot. And Dad, I love you. So does anybody want to share anything before we go to the World Viewing Room?
I just wanted to ask, is your father whole now as he's in with the, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I picture him that he's a youthful, healthy body now. Yeah.
Yep.
That was my picture. Okay, thank you.
Yes. He is definitely whole. And he is with my mom all the time. They hang together all the time. And that's always interesting to me because they got a divorce. But as they said, that was this was the choice of our journey this time together. We come in together all the time. And we decided to try it this way this time because we had things to learn. So they are whole. They're always sitting. They sit at this little round table together all the time. I see them there, and they're always in conversation. And people come up and talk to them, and they go and see other people. But I see them at that little table together all the time, kind of having a powwow, and it's really cool to see.
Is she in the Heavenly Brigade with him?
I don't see her there.
Okay.
I don't see her there, but I see them together, but I see Dad in the Brigade, and Mom, I see her. She's been appearing a lot. My mom has become a person that signals that something's about to happen. And just before everything happened with Ferris, she was in my face. You might remember me talking about that, where she appeared, where I opened my eyes, when I woke up in the morning, and there she is right in my face. And I'm like, "Whoa, Mom, back off." It startled me because she was right there. So she seems to appear when something's about to happen. So she is an angel she's delivering messages to let me know that something personal is about to happen. And I saw her and I could feel that, but I didn't know yet what it was. And then everything that happened with Ferris came, and she's really there to comfort, to be a mom to me still. So it feels almost like she's an earth angel instead of a heavenly angel. Like Dad accepted the fact that, hey, I'm out of this body. I'm in the heavens now. I'm part of the Light Brigade. And Mom's mom's not there. She's still an earth angel. Does that make sense, Anne? Yeah. Does anybody want to share anything about their dad or anything that you're getting?
Linda asked about how you saw her dad in the world viewing room, and how is he doing?
Oh, that was something. Oh, I'm glad that you brought that up, Linda, because this was a message that came through from both your mom and your dad. And I'm going to just tap into his energy for just a second so I can say this right. You know, I'm the most blessed man in the world. I'm so loved because my wife that I've had for so many years let me go before her so that I wouldn't have to feel the pain of her passing. She is such a good woman. She's such a good woman. And she loves me that much. And my sweet husband, I miss you. But I knew that I could bear the pain more than you. And I'm going to be with you very soon. I love you, my sweet, sweet darling. Linda, how is your mom doing?
She's still hanging in there. Her vitals seem to be okay, but she has terrible bed sores that are getting worse.
Oh,
What I'm really upset about is they still won't let us in to see her. So that means she's in there by herself.
oh.
And with the staff and the hospice worker is the only one that she really knows that she's seen since November. She's been coming to see her. And I feel so bad that I can't get in there to see her.
But she's not alone. She's not alone because your dad's with her.
The one thing that my sister had said, she remembered my mother saying she was afraid of death.
Mm. See, I'm not hearing that she's afraid. What I'm hearing more is that she was truly afraid of your dad suffering over her death first.
Yeah, he would have really.
Yeah, and so that's why he chose to go first.
Okay.
And I also heard she might decide to stick around for a while, more than you know.
I would not be a bit surprised.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that from your mom, and it may be because she has some fear. I don't know, but it feels like she's going to be here for a while.
When you say a while, you're not talking years, right?
No, I'm not talking years, but for a while. And I don't know, as we're talking about time, I'm learning that a while could be anything.
Yeah.
So,
well, if the next time you do go in there, if you could find out if she does have a fear of death, I'm very concerned about that. I'd hate for her to be in that room by herself and then not have any comfort.
well, she's definitely with your dad. Your dad is there.
Yeah, I don't think he'd ever leave her side.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, thank you so very much for that message. That was a wonderful Father's Day present, even though it was to me.
Well, it's a message that we can all take, that, when you have loved ones that have passed, they're still watching over us. They're still watching over, their significant others. Even if they seem to have had this hostile relationship, there's a soul contract there. And that's, you know, I learned that from my own parents. But there's so much love. They were really there for each other, especially in the end.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I wish you the best with not having your dad there by your side either. I mean,
Yeah,
it's got to be rough.
it is. And I know what you're feeling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Anyone
Cindy?
else? Yeah.
Patricia's here.
Oh, hi, Patricia. Happy birthday to you yesterday. Happy birthday to you yesterday. We sang our happy birthday last night, which was tremendous, by the way. We ended up going, the call with Lorelei and Susie went on for almost 4 hours. And they said, that's what happens when you get two astrologers together. And they gave so much information. They did really in-depth readings for everybody that was on the call. And we had, how many people did we have? 16
Yeah.
people on the call. So, you know, there was time to, well, they weren't supposed to go that deep, but they really did end up going pretty deep with everybody. And it was really cool. So we'll do this again now that we have some understanding of what this is and what happens when you get a couple of astrologers together. It was awesome. So we'll let you know when we're going to do this again. I really encourage everybody to do it. It was great. So what else is there, Ferris? I got to put my glasses on.
No, just Patricia said it was that was so touching. It was amazing. And Patricia mentioned we had the eclipse in the middle of the night.
We have the eclipse. We have a new moon. Please, everybody, do your new moon wishes. And, you know, they can be intentions. They can be wishes. Lorelei calls them wishes. I've always called them intentions, but however you see that, do those. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and go into the world viewing room, everyone. And just relax your body. And as you relax, invite your dad, whether your dad's on this side or the other side, or if it's you from another life, invite them with us into the world viewing room. Take a nice deep breath. And just relax into your body. Ground your feet, palms up and open. And just wiggle your shoulders a little bit, relaxing any tension that you might feel. I'm actually feeling pretty relaxed this morning. How are you feeling? Feel into your body for a moment. How are you feeling? Check in for any tightness and just move the area where you're feeling tight. Now bring your shoulders up and roll them back and down your back, just to release any tension in the neck. It's one of my favorite exercises. And drop your chin to your chest and just roll to the left and to the right and center. And as your chin comes up, take a nice deep breath in and release. Again, a nice deep breath in and release. And as you release, envision the world viewing room where two or more are gathered It is the world viewing center. Let's just take a moment and hold hands. And just look out at the world, and let's send a blessing to all the fathers of the world. Beautiful fathers of the world, whether you chose to be in the life of your children or not, you were there for a reason. To help them see the wisdom in life, to learn how to love, to learn how to expand into the role that allowed you to push them to a new level. Where a mom says, be careful, take it easy, take it slow. The father's role is to say, no, jump higher, run faster, think bigger. They push us. They are here to help impart wisdom, wisdom of the world, wisdom of finances, wisdom of a different kind of love at a different level. And today, if your father is with you, ask your father to share some wisdom, some of the greatest wisdom that they've learned in their lives. If they are on the other side, ask them to share wisdom in a sign, in a message, in a meme that really speaks to you, that you needed to hear. And you will know that it's from them. Maybe they're even in the room here with us, part of the Light Brigade. Take a moment and look around. You will see above us are the Archangels surrounding us. You will see the Light Brigade, many of them fathers before they became part of the Light Brigade. And your own father, perhaps as part of the Light Brigade, as mine is. Hi, Dad. Nice legs. It's so good to see you. Let's take a nice deep breath. And I am going to invoke Archangel Uriel. So please repeat to yourself or out loud, Archangel Uriel, Light of God. Thank you for revealing the 7 storms currently uprooting humanity. Wrap me in the brilliance of your golden light and keep me safe. Archangel Uriel, infuse me with your wisdom and light. Light the path of understanding the storms and how they came to be. For understanding is the light that dispels the dark. Guide me to calm. Guide me to the calm in the center of these storms, where I can witness without judgment, send love without conditions, surrender without resistance, free myself from fear, and repel any darkness and revel in the warmth of God's love and light. I thank you for introducing us to all the earth angels that help us to understand these 7 storms, and for introducing us to the angels that will help us in each one of these storms. Dear Cindy, this is Archangel Uriel. Relax. Relax. Remember when you first started riding a motorcycle? And it was difficult because you fought the motorcycle. You fought the power of the bike. And you learned that when you let the bike do what the bike does, you didn't have to fight the bike. And it became easy. You just had to sit and ride. For us in the heavenly world, time is not linear. You don't have to try and fight for the information that we are sending you. It will just come with ease. It will just come with ease. Just relax and let it flow through you without resistance, without trying to force it. Time for us is not linear. So the 7 storms will be revealed to you as they are revealed. Today, I would like you to understand the angel that is sent to you, Ziya. In our world, she is known as Zenith, but you didn't like that name. So we call her Ziya. I want you to understand her. Ziya comes from the center of the earth. When she rises up through the earth and exposes herself to the land, she always stays rooted in the earth. But as she comes up into the light to her zenith, when she is first exposed, she is bright red. It's a bright, deep red. For those who have envy, they will see her in the deepest red, almost black. And if you see her this way, you simply ask, Ziya, help me to heal the envy that I feel. As she's exposed to the light, her color becomes lighter and lighter and lighter red. She is beautiful, with long flowing red hair and blue eyes. Her gown is flowing and moves from left to right. When you are centered on her, you will see her as light. When you are not centered, when you are feeling envy, when you are feeling that you want to covet what somebody else has, that someone has it better than you, then that light moves from left to right. These are the shadows that come with Ziya. Ziya means light. And just as a plant follows the sun, Ziya follows the sun. But if we move to the left, we move to the right, we will see the shadows. It's in the shadows that we learn. It's in the shadows that we gain wisdom from life. It's in the shadows that we realize we need to move back to the center of the light. Will this happen every day? No. No. We'll move to the left, we'll move to the right. We will see those shadows, but they are there as a gift unless we decide to move into the total darkness. When you feel it, just bring yourself back to center, where you are at your zenith, where Ziya can be there for you. Because Ziya means light. Focus for a moment on Ziya's wings. When she first comes from the center of the earth, her wings are small. If you are experiencing envy, her wings will remain small. As long as she is dark in color, the deep red, her wings are small. For some people, she may even appear as a dragon. But when she is in alignment with the light, her wings expand. At the top of the wings, they are a deeper red. And as they come to the end, they get lighter and lighter, like different hues of a red rainbow. Her lips are full and smile easily. But when we experience envy, her words can be harsh. She can breathe fire. It is up to us to keep Ziya in the light. And we can do that. We can do that. Meditate on Ziya. Keeping her in the light. Ask her to be with you as you go out into the world, because this world today is experiencing much, much envy. Envy is spreading out across the land and causing much destruction, because it is envy that is leading in this world. Envy is in power, and it is up to us to keep Ziya in the light and dispel that darkness. I am Ziya. I am here for you. I ask that you stay impersonal, not judge when you see people of envy, but to send them light, to keep them in the light of me, because I am aligned with God. My name, Ziya, literally means light. I am the zenith that is aligned with God. I watch over the internal workings of the world. I live in the crystalline core. And you can call on me anytime, and I am there for you. And right now I am needed more than ever. So call on me, meditate on me. Keep my colors light. But know that I am also a dragon that can be there to fight the good fight if you need me. I am here for you. Call on me. I am Ziya. What questions do you have for me?
Marcia comments, I realized I'm coveting other people's good health, and I'm not quite ready to give it up yet.
From where I am, you are in perfect health. You are in perfect health. Stay in alignment with that light. And remember that when you're in this earth body, whatever's going on in your body wants to teach you something. Receive that message so that you can move past that. Receive that wisdom. Maybe you are to learn patience. Maybe you are to learn understanding. Go inside, dear sweet child, and find that message. And then you can release this because you will no longer need it unless it serves another purpose. I am here to answer your questions.
Tawny asks, I am a teacher. How can I help my students, college students, who want to be anti-racist?
I do not know this word, racist. What I see is a rainbow. When I look out at the world, I see many different colors that shine so brightly. And from each one of them, I see such wisdom, such a different way of looking at the world, different beliefs, different understanding of how the world operates. From each of them, I ask, tell me about you. Tell me about you. Let me understand you. You are the color yellow. I don't understand yellow. How does yellow feel? How does yellow think? How does yellow understand the world? What is it like to be yellow? I see the color red. This I understand, for I am red. How do you feel in your red body? How do you understand the world? What does your hair feel like? What do your feet feel like? What clothes do you like to wear? What wisdom is important to you? And I see you as blue. I see you as blue. Look at that beautiful rainbow color of blue. Who are you, Blue? How can I understand you better? How can I understand you? What do you like to eat? What do you like to wear? How do you understand the world? What are your customs? What are things that have been passed to you throughout the ages? Help me understand you, Blue, for you are beautiful. You don't look like me. And you have your own beauty. Show me. Tell me. Help me understand. And magenta. Oh, I love magenta. Sometimes I can turn magenta. I kind of understand you. How do you see the world? What do you wear? What are wisdoms passed on through your culture? Show me, tell me, help me understand. In this world, there's a vast rainbow. Each color has its own story. Each color has its own wisdom. Each color has its own density. I seek to understand. And I ask you to seek to understand. I am here for you. What questions do you have?
Why is there more envy in the world right now?
Because someone told them to envy. For many people, it wasn't a choice. It was just pointed out. And so the monster arose from the center of the earth. The dragon arose from the center of the earth. They did not allow me to see the light. And I am light. But they don't see my light. They only see the shadows. They only see the darkness. Because that's what somebody told them to look for. Hey, I know. You can teach them about the light. You can do that. Not through your words, but through what you do. You can show them there's no reason to envy. You can do that. And I can guide you. Call on me. Because I am here. I am here. I would like to help you do that. Can I? Will you invite me? I am here for you. What questions can I answer?
Becky asked, could you please take the envy out of my siblings towards me as they disowned me when my mom died last year?
It is not for me to remove envy from anyone. That has to be their job. All we can do is stay aligned in the light. Stay in alignment with me, and they will see. We must let that go, or we go into the darkness with them. I'm asking you to stay in the light and let them find their own way. We cannot change anyone else. We can only change how we interact with them. And when you change what you do, they will see my light. But as Cindy needs to be patient with each of the angels coming to her, we're asking for you to also be patient, because time is not linear. It will happen when it is supposed to happen. For now, sweet child, just stay in the light. I am here for you. What questions do you have for me?
Susan says, I saw Ziya emerging with golden blonde hair and very dark. She was covered with mud, I realized. Her hair turned to red as the mud melted away, and her face and body became a gleaming white. What was your meaning?
You have done some work, my child. You have knocked off the dirt that is envy. I was just showing you that you have shed those things because they no longer serve you. You each get to see me as you choose to see me. And as I come through the earth and shed the dirt and shed the mud and shed the lava, that is the work that you have done. Thank you. Thank you for seeing my light.
Bernadette asked, when we ground to the center of the earth core, are we connecting with you? Are there others at the earth core that we connect with? Thank you.
There are many of us here, and yes, if you need me, I am here. You can connect with me. I love the warmth of the center of the earth. And even with all the heat and the fire and the gases, it is gentle to be here, for I understand the gases and the fire and the heat, because I am made up of them. There are other beings that will make themselves known if you need them. But I am here to connect the earth, center light, the crystalline core, to the heavens, to the heavenly light. I am always in alignment with the light.
Camille asked, is my husband part of the Light Brigade?
Come here and stand next to me, my child. And turn and look. Look throughout the Light Brigade. There are many. There are many. And as you turn and look, where do you see him? Do you see him? I see him in the light. Is he here? Do you see him? Do you see him? In case you haven't, he just walked over to the general to pet his horse. He seems to have been very fond of animals. So he's standing to the right of the general. And he looks back at the child that is sitting in front of the general on the horse. And they exchange a smile. It's so sweet. Do you see him? Do you see him? He is here. Now, my child, go and stand next to him. And feel his light and feel his love. He is here. I am here for you. What questions do you have?
How can I, Tony asked, how can I help my husband who wants us to have the American dream of big house, cars, etc.? I think it is time for us to have less, but I do understand the quest for the American dream.
Having things. If it's for the enjoyment of having the things, are okay. Getting things in your life are like the seasons. There's a season in your life where it's spring and you want to grow things. You want to see them get bigger and better and more brilliant. And then comes the summer where the heat from those things almost takes your breath away. They take up too much space and you long for the emptiness. And then comes the fall where you realize it's time for those things to die away It is at this time that there are new seeds just under the ground, and I actually see them. When I'm in the center of the earth, I can see all of the seeds that you plant. I see the roots. I see the intentions of everything you plant. And then comes the winter, when they are dormant, when they're deciding what they want to be. For the spring will come again. And this time, those things may bloom into something else that you really want, that serves you. So see those things as the seasons. They will come and go. They will be different. They will ever evolve into what you need.
Amanda asks, is there any messages from my dad for me and my two brothers?
In the world viewing room, I see a lot of dads today. And I can recognize them because they're all wearing world's best dads. It's a button. World's best dad. What is the wisdom he has for you? My dear child, I am handing you a scroll. Please take it. This is from your dad. Don't read it now. Don't open it now. When you leave this place, sit somewhere quiet by yourself and unscroll and read what he has to say to you. You will know this message. It will be his words that he has spoke to you before. He's reminding you. So here's your scroll. I am here for you. What questions do you have?
There are no more questions. Is there any words that you would like to offer to people before go back?
I am Zenith. I am Ziya. I stay in alignment with the light. As do the plants, I follow the light and stay in alignment. Within you, if I'm not aligned, you will see me as dark. Dark, deep red. If you are in full alignment, I will be light, maybe even white. Know that if you step to the right or step to the left and you end up in the shadows, there is wisdom there. Stop, sit, breathe, and write down the wisdom of the shadows. Why are they there? How do they serve you? And once you know that, come back into my light. I am always here for you. And as gentle as I am, I'm also here to breathe fire when I need to. So if you need the strength from the crystalline core, I bring that to you, and I will breathe that fire for you. But always stay in the light when you can. When you can. It's time for me to go. It's so nice to see you here. And it's so nice to see some old friends that already knew me. I love you. And I look forward to looking up at your feet as you walk across the land. Ah,
Welcome back, Cindy.
wow. I can't even tell you what it was like to be inside Ziya. How stunning. You know, I want to take a moment and just describe what I saw, because it's like I could see from the center of the earth and look out and see the levels of the earth. The gases, the levels, and then all the way up to the core of the, or the center, not the center. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. The crest of the world, and the root systems, the tree roots. And for some things, I knew what they were going to be, and they were always going to be that. And then other things, it was like there was this magic where they could be whatever we wanted them to be. And that was up to us. And I could see this direct light just shining down to her always. There's always this direct light. She's always in alignment. It is, I don't know how to put this. It is us that becomes misaligned. And we move to the left and to the right. And we end up in the shadows. Does anyone want to share anything before we leave the world viewing room?
Tony says that was such a beautiful experience. And if you want, you can raise your hands if you want to talk.
Does anybody want to share anything?
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi there. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a father.
I loved that she's always in alignment, because I've always felt like I connect with something almost like a light beam. And Michael was mentioning that when her dress shifts from left to right, maybe that's the way that she collects those of us that are not in alignment, and brings
Shadows.
us back
It brings
to
us
the
back.
center.
It's a representation of
Oh, I just got chills. Yes. Yes.
But I've always had that feeling that when I connect up to the center of the earth, that there is more than I know there. And now it's nice to know that there's so many beings that will present themselves when we need them. And I tell Michael, I was like, we always have more than what we think we do.
Absolutely. And I just want to also say that I have a wonderful, wonderful father.
He's going to be 90 this
Yeah,
month.
he's still alive.
He's still there. Oh, he's going to be 90.
He's
90.
getting more into challenging times. It seems like lately he doesn't want to do what he used to before.
Mother's having to take care of him. Hold on.
But he's just a wonderful man.
And what he's done for the United States, too.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He was in the Korean War, and he was a veteran. It's
Tank commander. A lot of different things. They gave him a parade in his honor with a battalion.
Wow.
really nice.
A battalion.
Wow.
And Cindy, will you put my dad in the prayer wave? He lost his hearing in his ear, one of his ears, when he had vertigo. So I would like that to be healed. I know everything is possible, so
Yes.
put him in there for me, please. He's wonderful as well. Thank
He is.
you.
He is. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
Maureen just says, that feels so right, Michael. Oh, Susan has her hand up. You want to unmute yourself, Susan, please?
Okay, I'm unmuted.
Hi, Susan.
How are you, Cindy? It was
Whoops, we lost you. I have to put on my glasses.
You must have accidentally
Okay.
muted yourself.
There you are.
I did. I'm back. Sorry about that. My bad. It was so beautiful today. But as we were going into this, I have no idea even what this means. But I heard and saw fourth chakra, 4th month, 4 months. So as you were speaking of the storms, 4th chakra and 4 months.
I'm going to write that down. And here's what's unusual about that, because I'm hearing the same thing. And it is by the time we get to the 4th chakra. May take 4 months. I don't know.
That's September. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was counting. I haven't even looked up what of your storms the 4th chakra was. I don't remember now.
The 4 storms. Let me.
Or the fourth
Yeah, let me go back over here to the 4th storm is division. And for lack of a better way to say this just in, this is a divine message. There's going to be an eruption of some kind. I don't know if it's going to be, I can't tell right now. There is fire involved, but I don't know if this is a volcano or if this is a earthquake, but there is something physical that's going to affect the world. I feel that. I feel that we're going to experience something. Do you feel that, Susan?
Someone just put in the chat October, but the yes, whatever it is, it's not good. And I got September, but someone just put in the chat that 4 months would be October.
It'd be October, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but whatever, I don't know whether it will carry over. It's just not good, and it's big.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm told exactly the same thing. But I saw something, I just saw something like I actually saw it. And I'm going to ask into that more to get clarity.
Tawny says, I have been feeling for months that something physical was going to happen. With regards to October, I think, we might, like June would be 1, then July 2nd, August 3rd, and September 4th. That could be it, or it could be October, like July to October. But because we already talked about the first one now, that's probably why September came up as the 4th month.
Okay.
But we'll wait and see. Alice had her hand up, but I don't know if she wanted to talk because she put it down.
Oh,
Hey, I'm here.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Susan.
I put my hand down because it seemed the conversation was going a different direction there for a minute. But I have a sharing.
Okay.
When we were first, getting started, I just kept hearing, y'all remember that song, It's a Beautiful Morning?
Yes.
And that just kept going over and over in my head. And so I'm going to have to look those lyrics up. But for while we were in the room with, and you were channeling Ziya,
Ziya.
for somewhere between 1 to 2 weeks, I have been experiencing, all of a sudden I'll just smell this cigarette smoke. I don't smoke. I thought, well, has my neighbor, right next door started smoking and it's wafting into my place or something? And I was like, why am I smelling this cigarette smoke? While we were in the viewing room, boom, I knew beyond any shadow of a doubt, it's my dad. He's been trying to get in touch with me. He was a smoker.
Ah.
And so I told him, I said, I'm sorry, Dad, it took me so long to, recognize it was you. And so we had a little conversation, and very good conversation. And, we have some history, but we know why we came with that history too now. But so anyway, after we get off the call, I'm going to go back in, and because I had the feeling he has a message for me for someone in the family. So, but anyway, it was like clear as a bell. That's Dad that's been trying to reach you. So anyway, maybe it took going to the viewing room to get that clarity.
It's amazing how things get so clear here.
Yeah.
But as we have learned, the viewing room is looking through the eyes of God.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're all being asked to do.
So thank you. That was my sharing.
Beautiful.
So,
Thank you.
Thanks for the clarity.
You're welcome.
Happy Father's
you,
Day,
Al.
everybody.
Any other questions or?
Patricia says, I saw lava when we were apping into the energy vapor. I don't know what it is. It's a mist type of thing there. But I thought it was because she was at the center of the tapping. And Terry says, some of the older predictions said that an eruption in either Vesuvius or Pele, don't quote me on the Vesuvius, could have been Etna, will precede a major earthquake in California.
Hmm.
And then Becky says, I keep hearing that Yellowstone is going to go off.
Yeah, I've heard some people mention that. And I just want to draw attention to everybody. Look at the timestamp on these messages. Cherry 1111. And Patricia, 1112, 1112. Those are numbers that keep showing up for me. And
Oh.
there will be the numbers that are showing up always are giving us something. There's a gateway. And then Patricia, when she came on, that's a through gate. That means that gate has been opened. So her message, the gate has been opened. So there's some wisdom there.
Yeah, because I'm Eastern. Mine says 1212 and 1211, and
Okay.
but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
At the times,
And it will be depending on where you are. But what I'm looking here is I'm seeing the 1111, and the other thing 1212.
Yeah, Karen says, is anyone else seeing a pic of a white Pomeranian dog laying among toys? Keep popping up.
Oh, that's Ferris. I think he muted himself, and sometimes
That's when I have to stop my video. That's Cindy's dog.
yes, and that's because either Ferris has to cough or something, or the dog starts barking.
Cindy,
Yes, Patricia.
one thing that came up for me when we were meditating is I felt that I had my hands up, but then immediately when we tapped into Ziya's energy, I took my hands out, I put my fist down, and I'm sitting on the bed, and I put them into the bed on either side, kind of like to ground myself, but also I made myself a pyramid, like a triangle. And I felt like I just anchored that. And when she started coming out, I saw this kind of red triangle coming up. And then kind of like the, the pyramid of Luxor, this light beam coming straight out of the top of it. And then she lightened up a little bit. But at the same time, I was drawn to an image, going to 45, that was posted that they removed, of course, from Twitter, which was that same red triangle pointing down. And I was in my mind going, they got it wrong. It's like, that's the mirror image, but it goes up. It's almost like we're in a polarity, and it's not negative, positive, but it's almost like we're being mirrored of this is the down, but it's actually going up. I don't know why. There's just two came to me at the same time.
Wow.
That's just
I'm not sure what that is that you're talking about, so I have to look that up.
Well, it was removed from Twitter because what it is a symbol from what they used to use in concentration camps. And he used it in a political ad of a red triangle facing down. And Twitter and Facebook removed it and said that's not okay. So you might have a hard time finding it, but if you people did a screenshot, but it's a downward red triangle. And I saw that at the same time I saw the upward, and I'm like, oh, it's the mirror image. No, it's supposed to go up.
Yeah. Wow.
It just shows the polarity, not like I said, a negative, positive, but that we're being given images of the polarity that is happening right now.
Mm-hmm. And I see the other numbers that come up for me all the time. It is 1001, which is a mirrored image, Patricia. And when I first got it, I go, 1001, why do I see 1001 all the time? And then I realized it's a mirror. And even Ziya, when I see her, of course, when she's in the earth, she's brighter, or deeper red. And then when she comes, she comes to the surface of the earth, she always turns really light. And when I meditate on her, she turns pretty white, actually. And she's very fiery. She's soft but fiery. So that's that reflection, it feels like. I don't know. I'll meditate on that some more. Let's go ahead and leave the world viewing room now. And Mary reminds us that 1111 is also a mirror. And it is. So let's just look around again for a moment, everybody. as we hold hands where it's safe here. Let's all hug. Goodbye. We'll see each other next week here in the World Viewing Room. You can walk over and say hi to your dad if he's in the Light Brigade, or your mom, and to all of those who serve us in the Light Brigade. I just want to say thank you. And to all the Archangels, and to Uriel for helping us understand the storms that are now brewing in the world. And so now just relax your body as it comes back to this earth plane. And take a nice deep breath. And release it fully as you come back into your body. And again, and just release. And with the third breath, just open your eyes. And here we are. Well, I thank you for all being here, and we can talk more about Ziya. Please write down any questions that you have about Ziya. I'm continuing to talk to her and get to know her. And if you get anything, please let us know. I love you so much, and go out and make it a beautiful Father's Day. And until Tuesday, we are having a call on Tuesday, and Tuesday we're going to talk about Patricia's going to join us, and we're going to talk about the next storm, the second storm, which is right now it is known as willful ignorance. So we will be talking about that on Tuesday. So until then, everyone, join us. I love you all, and let's just unmute everybody so you can say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Love it.